speaking of highs, the Cock Awards happened. we should close that out. Jeff had one of the funniest bits that I've experienced with Jeff in a long time. He was killing me. Where I didn't.
I'm glad you thought it was funny because I was like, this is gonna take a couple hours and could be.
It
really
was
annoying.
so funny. The Cock Awards happened, and I didn't know that I'd be even able to watch them, but I can. I don't know. Is that new? Can you watch the Cock Awards every year?
I don't know.
If you
I don't
work
remember.
for the company.
Yeah.
I never knew they were streamed. Like, I had no idea that was a thing I could do. So it was a nice
Yeah, it's
surprise.
not something I think we probably talk about super widely, to the public, as it's an internal awards.
That's
thing.
fair. I feel
Right.
like I've never gotten an email to see it, but I did this year. So it was a nice surprise. And watching it, obviously expectations not high. Didn't feel like the Raymond Somer votes were going to be that impactful. And it is like an hour-and-a-half ceremony. But every single time they would announce like the award that's going to be given out in a moment is, and then they'd show the name of it. And whenever that would happen, Jeff would text me a fingers crossed emoji and say, good luck. And then when it wasn't me, he would say, robbed. And there's like 15 awards. Jeff did this like 15 times in a row. And it was so funny every single time. It was great. It's an all-time bit by you.
Hey, speaking of getting something, when does this episode come out, Nick?
This comes out, I want to say the second week of the new year.
Oh,
It is. It's the week of the. It should be the 10th.
10th, yeah.
I think.
that means I've got my new dog already.
Oh, your new dog.
Yeah, we get new dog comes in week after Christmas, getting a puppy.
Yeah. And what's the dog's name?
I'll tell you what it's not. Dog's name is not Artie. We've changed it.
It's such a good name, though.
And you
Yeah,
changed
well,
it to what?
Andrew
Yeah, I thought
ruined
that
it.
name was great. Oh, you changed it.
It was
to
a
what?
great name.
That was sorry to circle back and cut you off for a minute, Jeff. That was the only moment I got back at Jeff when he was trolling me with the Cock Award stream. Is Artie the mascot walked out and I just texted him, look, it's your dog. That was it. That was the one.
So what's the dog's name?
So Emily and I had discussed it. We talked about it at length. We came up with a new name because she was insistent we can't name it Artie now, and I agree with her.
Oh.
But we also determined that we're not going to tell any of you what the dog's name is. You're just never going to know.
Why not?
We can't let you ruin the next one, so you're never going to know the dog's name ever. For
You'll
real.
we're
slip
gonna-
up
I mean-
within the first year.
We'll
Oh,
see.
100%. We're gonna know the dog's name, right?
Get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Probably. Who knows? We'll see how good
Probably.
Emily is at sticking to her guns here. But I'm buttoned up, dude. There's no way you'll get it out of me.
I mean, I don't agree with that.
Luckily for me, I keep forgetting what the name is, and
Okay.
Emily has to keep reminding me. So I'm really not that concerned about it.
Secret dog.
Secret dog.
Oh, good name. Interesting.
I think I'm going to figure out
Goddamn.
the name of that dog, Jeff. I'm going to.
Oh, I think we're absolutely going to figure out the name of the dog.
How long do you think it'll take for us to figure out the name?
Oh, you guys want to put some bets? Okay, let's.
Over,
all right, it's
I
still
mean, like over under June. I think is probably like, the
February.
cutoff. I think. Yeah, like definitely. I think we'll get it in the first 6 months. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I
so,
agree.
well, you can't all just agree first 6 months. That's not fun for betting. Everybody
5 months.
pick a. All right, so Gavin thinks in
I'm
May.
saying February.
Andrew says February. Eric,
I'll say
pick a
June.
month. June.
I'll say June. Yeah.
I bet we'll have it before Nick wears the mask.
Oh, wow.
Nick and Gracie, care to weigh in?
End of March.
Into March.
I say February.
February. Gracie, Gracie. Okay. I will say that if anybody gets the name of the dog, I have a feeling it'll be Gracie, and I don't know why. I just I think I haven't learned to distrust her as much as y'all yet, so my guard might be down around
Distrust?
her.
How does trust come into it?
You don't trust us?
No.
Oh.
Do you trust me?
She'll read the tag
That's a good
in the
point.
break show.
Yeah, I mean, do you trust me? And if so, why?
Good point.
Thank you.
That's a great point.
What a fun little podcast today has been. So you guys know I have a puppy dog now, right? Little bulldog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
already.
little Adrian.
Do you
Yeah, baby
remember? neither of those. Do you remember when when I had the other dogs and my life was just a constant parade of dog shit everywhere on me at all times?
Yeah.
Man,
Welcome
I
back.
must be magnetized to dog shit. The other day, I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys, but I think I told Andrew, but I didn't tell you guys because we got distracted. But when we sat down to record the last episode of Face, when I sat down to do my mic checks and stuff, I just sat down in my chair Indian style and I started working, setting up the mic and everything. And I smelled something a little weird. I looked down. There was just dog shit all up and down my leg. On the inside of my pants. I don't know where it came from or how it got there. That's why I had to run and change pants real fast. Night before last, I took Henry out, or not Henry, sorry. I took the other dog, the new dog, out. Henry's dead. I took the new puppy out to go potty, and he went out, and it was dark, right? Like, it was so late. And I have, like lights out in my backyard, but after midnight or whatever, they turn off. And so it was dark, and I just set him on the ground, and he went out, and I saw him squat and pee and poop or whatever. And then he came back to me, and I picked him up, and I was walking through the house, and the house was all dark because we were going to bed. But Emily was working on the computer doing some Clutch My Pearls stuff. And I walked over to her, and I was cradling the puppy and holding him. And she's like, "Oh, give me the baby." And so I gave him to her, and then she cradled him. And I walked into the bedroom, and I started to get undressed, and I turned the light on, and I looked down, and there was just dog diarrhea all on my shirt. And I was like horrified. I had just seen it, and right as I saw it, I heard Emily screaming from the other end of the house, and she just came running, and I guess I had handed her a dog covered in poopy diarrhea, and we had both just, like, cuddled him and caressed the doo-doo into our clothes. And it was pretty gross.
Has he got a bit of a yucky tummy at the moment?
He's fine. He's fine. I think that he had a little bit of a yucky tummy that day, but he's fine.
Who's fine?
Yeah. The puppy.
Damn it.
Are you sure when you sat cross-legged and there was shit on your leg, it's from the dog?
Yeah, it was dog doo-doo. I'm
You're
quite
sure?
familiar
You're
with
sure?
it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
You're sure?
100%.
I'm just checking. I'm just asking.
Anyway, that's my covered myself in dog shit story for this week. I'm sure there'll be another one next week.
Oh,
I
we
can't
got
wait.
countless content of you and shit in the near future.
We got potentially 500 weeks worth of potential shit stories.
It's true. You got about 11 more years of it before he kicks the bucket.
So outside of shit being everywhere, Jeff, how is the new dog? What's the experience like so far?
He's already started chewing on my wall. Not excited about that. Gonna have to get some molding replaced.
How does he get a good purchase on a wall? Like on the corner?
No, you know how, like, well, maybe you don't, but in my hallway going from the kitchen to the bedroom, there's, like, I don't know, shit on the wall, like wainscoting almost on the wall. It's like a pattern. He just, like, gnawed on a fucking hunk of that. I was thinking maybe you could, like, wood putty it back, but it's not. It's just fucking wrecked. It's absolutely wrecked. Other than that, he's good. He sleeps through the night. He, if I stay on top of him, he doesn't really have any accidents in the house. He took a dump in the house yesterday, but that's because I think I left him in his pen for just a little bit too long. Other than that, as long as I maintain eye contact or eyesight on him at all times so I can stop him from destroying my house, we're good. It's a lot of work having a puppy.
Do you think you
Again.
made the most of the in-between period where you had no dog?
Yeah. Emily and I have had the conversation, and let me preface this by saying we're very happy with the dog. The dog is adorable. It's very sweet. It's a very good dog. He's going to be a great dog. He's already a good dog.
Which dog?
The new dog. But we both had the conversation that, because Henry died, and Arrow died right at 2 years ago now. Henry died 2 Octobers ago. And we were like, yeah, we could have waited another 6 months. We could have probably waited another 6-9 months before we did this. But then we wouldn't have this dog, right? Then we wouldn't have this wall-chewing little monster.
That's fair.
It'd be some other wall-chewing monster.
Is it? I'm trying to think of how to ask this without making it feel like I'm judging your time.
Go for
it. You were asked if you feel like you made the most of your time without dog or in between dog, of having a dog and not having a dog and everything. What did you do that, like, you couldn't do with a dog, where you felt like that was the maximum use, like that was the best use of my time?
I traveled with a lot easier, I traveled without having to make arrangements with to get the dog boarded, and then have to leave 3 hours earlier to go to the airport so I could swing up to North Austin to drop him off at the boarding place, and then worry about him being worry about the dog for 4 days while we're in New York or whatever, and then having to race home and try to get home before the boarding house closes or pay another day a boarding fee. All that stuff you don't have to worry about anymore. You never find yourself out and about and be like, oh shit, I got to get home and let the dog out to pee, or he's going to be going crazy, or oh, it's about 7. We could stay out later, but we really do need to feed the dog. All that stuff, all the responsibility stuff of it. I enjoyed not having those moments. I also enjoyed not taking a dog to the vet twice a week for a year, which is what I was doing there.
That was happening a lot.
Yeah, especially for the last year they were both alive. It was just like I was at the vet and the dentist every week.
Gavin, you have to do that with cats or what? Or do you just kind of like leave them at home?
Leave them.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It's also
they can live ages.
It's also because I had elderly dogs that Henry had a tumor wrapped around his spleen and one around his heart for the last year and a half he was alive, and so we were managing that, and Arrow had all manner of problems, and so that's why they had to go to the vet so much. But I just not having to worry, not having to worry about being home at a certain time, or I don't know, it's just less responsibility was nice. I definitely enjoyed it.
Does baby David have a favorite toy yet?
That's not his name.
Oh.
Yeah, he really likes any shoe that you're wearing. So like if I'm wearing, like right now I'm wearing a pair of Nikes, that's his favorite toy. If I take those off and put on a pair of Vans, that would become his favorite toy. My shoelaces, and that's pretty much all he gives a shit about. That and the wall.
Okay.
I have another game as well that is sort of based off Gavin's idea. If we want to talk about what I you, Geoff, as well, some creation.
You broke up.
You're breaking up.
This is 2022. What you said. Yeah.
Am I? Whoa!
Oh God!
Oh,
what year did he print the law?
Is the law being printed?
It sounded like he said, "Is the lobby?"
Wait a second. Wait. Oh no! Why is it flickering?
We suck. We suck at podcasts.
I think I'm back. No.
Oh no! Are we in season 2022? Everything, it's all the same shit again, but it's all just slightly different. Andrew's the one getting the root canals.
Is it? Are we in the law mode now? Am I back?
No!
Oh no!
Oh, this is officially season 2022. Yeah. Oh no! That's our new era.
Old problems.
Hell,
oh, I don't want some of them again.
Wait.
Wait.
I think I might be back.
No.
No.
While Andrew's, I could fill it with like a quick 2-minute story if you want.
Go for it.
The other day, so we've been taking the puppy to doggy daycare because it needs to get socialized with other dogs. That was the only problem with Henry, was that he just didn't like other dogs, right? And so you got to be really careful with that with bulldogs. And so we took him to a new place, not the place Henry and Arrow used to go to, just because it was kind of far away. So we decided to try this new place because it's kind of close, and it was okay. It was going whatever. I was a little ambivalent toward the people. The other day, I go in at like 5 p.m. to get the dog, and I walk in, and they go, I'm here to pick up Albert, and she goes, oh, the French bulldog? And I go, no, he's an English bulldog. He's a little English bulldog puppy. And she goes, oh, right, I'm sorry, Albert, the English bulldog. She looks to the guy next to her, and she goes, hey, can you go get Albert, the English bulldog? And he looks at her, and he goes, huh? And she goes, get the little English bulldog puppy. And he goes, oh, French bulldog. And she goes, no, English bulldog. And he goes, oh, English bulldog. And then he goes in.
Can I stop you right there?
Is this really happening?
Is the dog called Albert?
What's that?
Did you just tell me the name of the dog?
Yeah, so the dog's name is Albert. I fucked that up.
What are you doing?
It was bound to happen. I just want to
You said it like 6 times.
Yeah, I just realized I did. I knew it was going to happen, and I was going to be the one to do it. Anyway, so she's like, no, Albert, the dog, go get him. And the guy's like, oh, I gotta get him. And he goes away for like 10 minutes, and then other people come in and ask for their dogs and go, and I'm still sitting there. And then after like 10 or 11 minutes, like 2 people have come in and got their dogs and gone. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there fucking waiting, and he goes, and don't worry, you guys can make fun of me and stuff after this for saying the dog's name. This is a good story. I want to get it out. And he comes back in my dog has like a Boston Celtics harness, obviously, because he's a fucking good boy. And there's a geriatric old French bulldog swimming in my dog's harness. It's 3 times the size of this dog. And he tries to hand me this 90-year-old French bulldog. And he goes, and I go, that's not my fucking dog. And he goes, what? And I go, that's not my fucking dog. That's a French bulldog. And he goes, huh. And she goes, yeah, that's the French bulldog. And he goes back again, and he's gone for another 10 minutes. And I think my dog is gone. Like they've sold him on the black market or something. and fucking 2 more people come in and get seen and leave. And then eventually he brings my dog out. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm definitely never coming back here again. So I put my phone in my pocket. I stand up. I take the dog. I go out the front door. I open the front door. Dog runs out. My phone falls out of my pocket. And so he's out the door. My phone's in the door. I bend down to pick my phone up. The door hits me in the face, knocks my head, my sunglasses behind me back in the door, my hat out the front of the door. And so I've got like sunglasses and a phone on the ground inside, the dog and my hat outside. The dog's pulling me outside. The door's slammed in me. I'm trapped between the door. I'm scrambling around. I'm like, ugh. I'm fucking dazed because I got hit in the face with the door. I'm like, ugh. And I'm trying to pick stuff up. And the 2 fucking employees who are working there are just laughing at me the entire time. And I eventually get it all up and throw it in the car. And I'm never going back to that place again. Also, I completely fucked up and told you the dog's name last time. But I'm so glad I did. I'm so fucking glad I did because it was so annoying to try to keep it hidden. And I was so bad at it. And I kept saying it in front of people. And so I'd rather just have it out there in the world. The dog's name's Albert Einstein Hatfield. Or Albert Brooks, I'm sorry. The dog's name's Albert Brooks.
Wait, what?
Albert Einstein Brooks.
That's Albert Brooks' full name is Albert
Real
Einstein
name,
Brooks.
yeah.
We named the dog Albert Brooks after Albert Brooks.
Do I still sound like shit?
No, you're fine now.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
That was insane. I didn't know what was happening for a second there.
Why would they laugh at you?
Because they suck. They're shitty employees. They were high, and they're like 20, like the fucking burnout people, and they sucked at their dog. They were half alert the whole time. They fucked up other people in front of them around me. It's just not a good place. And so after that, I was like, we're never. So now I take the dog to the old place where we used to go. It's further away, but
They sucked at their dog. I like so it sounds like that was like the Thundercloud subs of dog places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, it is. It was like, I mean, I don't want to say that they're all on drugs or whatever, but they were just out of it. And the fact that they put I don't know how a guy can take a harness for a 35-pound bulldog and try to fit it on an 8, maybe 15-pound French bulldog. Like it looked like he was walking a runway in like some sort of an outfit supported by wires. You know what I mean? Like he was in it. It was fucking bizarre.
Oh. That's a
I can't believe I
disaster.
learned the dog name. I'm glad that when my audio was fucking up, I could still hear you crystal clear, or else I would have once again missed
That
the
would have
dog
been
name.
insane. I'm pretty sure I guessed
Oh.
Prince Albert at one point.
That sounds right.
I don't think you did because I
Oh.
would have told you. Speaking of other dumb things I've done today, I didn't charge my bike. I let a door hit me in the face. I told you the dog's name.
Yeah, we can do that while the pies are in the oven.
Exactly. Just in case.
Little.
Oh, look at him go.
Tony.